Well, a joyful day for English cricket, raising the Ashes urn, winning the Investec Ashes series 3-2. A little bit tinged with disappointment, of course, losing this final test match, but in a way that ensures that England ward off complacency and that the deficiencies that one or two of these test matches have revealed are not completely camouflaged. England bowled out today for 286 in the end, quite a little bit of a perky end to the match, with Jos Buttler getting 42 and a flighty 35 from Moeen Ali. But the outstanding bowler for Australia was Peter Siddle, 24 overs, 12 maidens, 4 for 35. Where was he earlier in the series? That would have stopped England, or in fact inhibited England from playing on those seaming pitches if Peter Siddle had played in earlier matches. But what we should do today, having taken the series as a whole, is do a player evaluation and work out how each of these players did and who's going to survive to the next series in the UAE in October. Adam Lyth is one that probably won't. Disappointing. Obviously opening the batting in Test cricket, especially on these pitches, is tough, but he only made 115 runs and he looked too nervy, too edgy a batsman to survive those early overs with the bowlers nagging away outside off stump. He did catch well, 6 slip catches, but I just feel that maybe they'll need to find somebody else to open the batting with Alastair Cook. Cook himself, a real tower of strength. 330 runs, perhaps not as many as he would have hoped, but he just set the right tone at the start of the innings. He looked calm and phlegmatic. He led very well too in the field. He was imaginative and better use of the spinners, and he caught well, 9 catches, all of them good ones in the slip cordon. So Cook generally had a fantastic series. I'm going to give him 9 out of 10 for his general contribution. Ian Bell, disappointing, 215 runs, 3 50s funnily enough, but generally just didn't assert himself like you'd have hoped for a batsman of his pedigree and his experience. So although he caught decently at second slip, 7 catches, I'm going to give him only 5 out of 10 for the series as a whole, and he's considering his future at the moment. Joe Root, absolutely right to be named player of the series. 19% of England's runs, the most, 460, and really outstanding contribution just in the way that he made his runs as well, settling nerves, fluency, and just getting England back on track when often they'd lost early wickets. He also caught well in the slip cordon, so I'm going to give Joe Root 9 out of 10. Johnny Bairstow did okay, 2 matches, 118 runs. Stuff to work with there, I think. Potential, but perhaps needs to tighten up his game. I'll give him 6 out of 10. Then after that's Ben Stokes, who's really emerging as a fantastic all-rounder for England. Disappointing perhaps with the bat, 201 runs, 87 of those came in 1 innings at Lord's. Got out in some slightly silly ways, but generally wickets, his bowling has really improved. He almost stood in as a substitute for Jimmy Anderson at Trent Bridge. 11 wickets in the series and some absolutely blinding catches as well. So I'm going to give Ben Stokes 8 out of 10 for all-round effort. Jos Buttler, disappointing, better today, but only 122 runs in the series. That's poor. Keeping has improved, 12 catches, took some good ones down the leg side. I'm going to give him, say, 7 out of 10, but certainly room for improvement with the bat there if he can work out the tempo to play at Test level. I like Mark Wood as a cricketer. I think he gives the team effervescence and energy and spirit, and he takes key wickets, not always accurate, but he took 10 wickets in the series, and actually he can bat as well. 103 runs is not bad for a guy at number 10, so I'm going to give him 7 out of 10. Moeen Ali is a dasher with the bat. Look at the number of runs he got, 293, batting at number 8. Kept just being a thorn in Australia's side. Just when they thought they'd got England removed, he came in and got perky 30s and 40s, and he also has a knack of taking key wickets. He got David Warner out 4 times in the series, 12 wickets overall, so 7.5 out of 10 for Moeen Ali. Stuart Broad, England's best bowler through the series, 21 wickets, the leading wicket taker in the series too, and actually his batting has also come back a bit, having had those shocking sort of experiences of being hit on the head and so on. 134 runs is pretty good, so I'm going to give Stuart Broad 8 out of 10, and his bowling was consistently good. And Stephen Finn added something too when he came back into the side. Remember, he won man of the match at Edgbaston and took 12 wickets overall. Maybe just needs to tighten up on his accuracy, but generally he looks a threat again and has this uncanny knack of taking wickets, one of the quickest wicket-taking strike rates England have ever had.